Hey guys, it's Janie. Welcome back to the Bookworms Buddy and Happy New Year! It is 2016. It's so hard to believe. So today I'm here to do my December slash kind of yearly wrap up. No, I'm not going to go through all the year's books that I read. I just want to say that I read 122 books for the year of 2015. That was 3 down from last year, but it's perfectly fine. I had set my goal to 100, so I met my goal. That makes me happy. So let's get on with December's wrap up. I read 8 books for December, which is surprising to me, as busy as I've been. I don't have the time to do really much of anything because of these puppies and all that good stuff. So anyway, like I said, I read 8 books. Let's get started. Let me get these in the order that I read them. Okay, the very first book that I read was Enders by Lissa Price. I rated this 4 stars. I really enjoyed this one much better than Starters. I think it flowed better. There was more going on. There were some slow parts in Starters, and this one I think it went much quicker. I think there was more excitement and adventure in it. So this is only a duology, so this is it for that, and it finishes up a series for me. The next book that I read was XYZ. This is by Anna Catherine Green, and this was kind of like a cheesy mystery. I needed an X for my A through Z challenge, and I read this one. It was pretty short, so that was good, so I got through it. But yeah, it wasn't really all that enjoyable. I rated it a 2 star. The next one that I read was Just One Look by Harlan Coben. Really enjoyed this one. Of course, you know, it's Harlan Coben. I enjoy almost everything that he writes. In this one, you've got this woman who goes to the photomat, and she picks up her pictures, and there is a picture in there that's not supposed to be in there. And yeah, so her husband sees the picture, he takes off, ends up missing, and the story goes on from there. It was really enjoyable, and yes, I rated this one 4 stars. Okay, the next one I read was Kiss by Ted Decker and Aaron Healy. I had this book for quite a while and kept saying I want to read it. Well, finally I needed a K from A through Z challenge, so I decided to finally pick it up, and I did really enjoy it. In this book, you've got this girl who wakes up in a hospital bed, and she can't remember anything. She doesn't know what was going on. She was scared, that kind of stuff. So over time, her memories start coming back and resurfacing a little bit. There's a mystery starts to unfold as to what happened, because she was in a car accident, and her brother was with her in the car accident, and he didn't fare too well. And I really did enjoy this. I rated this 4 stars. The next one we read was Unsold by Neal Shusterman. Love this series so much. I think this is probably my favorite so far. Rated this 5 stars. It's fantastic. If you want a dystopian that's different, then you should really try this one. I'm so glad that I first picked up this Dystology, because yeah, I rated this one 5 stars. The next book that I read was The Young Elites by Marie Lu. I needed a Y for my A through Z challenge. Love this book. It's kind of fantasy-ish, you know, and I'm sure a lot of you guys know what this is already about. I think I'm enjoying this one. I'm going to enjoy this one more than I did the Legend trilogy. I already have the second book on my Kindle for this one, and yes, really enjoying it. I heard Richard go on about how much he enjoyed it, so I decided to use that one for my Y. Really glad I did. I rated that one 4 stars. The next book I read was a review book, and it was Above the Sky by Jenny Lynn. I don't have a lot of luck with review books sometimes. It seems like a lot of times I just don't like them. This one, however, I really enjoyed. You have I think it's after the World War III, I think. And you got this community of people, and above the sky there is a war going on, and these kids will get picked whatever position they're going to have, and nobody wants to be picked to have to go up and fight the war. And I just really, really enjoyed this book a lot. I ended up rating this one 4 stars. I think now I would probably read something else by this author because I think she really has great talent. And the last book that I read for this month is The Invention of Hugo Cabret. Love this story. If you guys know anything about Brian Selznick, you know that he writes with text and pictures. This is some of the best pencil sketchings I've seen in his books. They're just beautiful. I mean, if you look in the back here, you can see that's a picture of Hugo. And I just loved his character so much. You have Hugo who lives in a Paris train station. He has no parents, you know, and he works for this dude that works with clocks. And it goes on. It's just his life. It's his life, and there's this invention of this mechanical man. And that's all I'm going to say because I don't want to give anything away on this. And it's just, I had to sit back and just think about what I read. It's just so amazing the way he puts the stories together. I rated this 5 stars if you couldn't have guessed that. If you've not read any Brian Selznick books, you really should. I know they're big, but you'll get through it in hours because, you know, there's some text, like I said, and there's a lot of pencil sketches. Look at that. I mean, just look at that. And from what I understand, he does it all. He does the sketches and the writing and everything. So if you've not read one, pick one up. You'll love it. And that is my December wrap-up. If you guys have read any of these books, let me know in the comments below. All of these written reviews are on my blog and on Goodreads. That will all be linked below. But that's it, guys. Thanks for staying tuned, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.